Hello and welcome, Sagittarius, to your reading. I am Victoria and this is Aligned Soul Tarot. Welcome to your June monthlies. As always, these messages are meant for June, but it's just a time stamp to kind of look back at the energies as well. So just remember that time isn't linear, so I could be picking up on past, present, or future energies in my reading. It just depends on how it resonates for you, okay? So kind of let the messages just kind of sit with you, resonate with you, and if they don't, just let them fall. Maybe come back to it at a later time. I urge a lot of people to watch some of the videos from potentially past months and see how they resonate and see kind of where you're at in your growth and your development in your own story, right? So you might even be called to watch this in July, just to kind of reassess and reevaluate where you are. These are general, so if you want to go a bit deeper into the storyline that we create here today with this general message, please reach out to me in the description box below. You can find my email, and on my website all the services I provide for May. We only have a couple more days left in May, but there's 20% off all my private readings. So if you feel the nudge to get a private reading, please do so. We can look into partners. I know partners are a big theme right now for a lot of people going through this Venus retrograde energy. Past lovers, present lovers, current dynamics, deep-seated issues in relationships coming up. And for you, I know that it's highlighting your 7th house, the Venus retrograde, which is all about relationships, marriage, contracts. And Sag, you've been going throughout May, you've been going through a lot of these 12th house placements, which is really about yourself, going deep within the subconscious mind, which is really what retrogrades are all about, kind of going inward, reflecting, reassessing. So that's what you've been really doing a lot, kind of healing yourself, your ideas of death and impermanence, and as a global unit, we're all kind of going through that, the idea of the unknown and where everything is kind of heading. And we can vision and we can dream, but we have to kind of detach ourselves from the outcome and understand that everything that is happening for us is all for our spiritual growth. As long as you stay in that mentality of, this serves me, there's a lesson in this, like I am staying present, I am staying in the moment, right? That's been kind of a big major theme for everyone at this time. But for you with this 12th house, you're really going deep, you're diving deep. 12th house is Piscean energy, so you might be having a lot of very vivid dreams at this time, just kind of feeling a bit detached from the outside world, going within, finding yourself within all this, reclaiming your independence, reclaiming who you are, letting go of what no longer serves you. This is the general overarching theme for your June reading, is letting go. So you could be in the process of doing this, or you have let go of something, but as we all know, in this process, I think of it as the energy can linger before and after letting something truly go in the physical world. Without grasping or fear, I will let go of that which no longer serves me or anyone else. So reaffirming that to you, letting go of what no longer serves you, and trusting that whatever is meant for you will be there for you in your life. Releasing that sense of control, trusting, and a lot of people that are going through shakeups, breakups in relationships through this Venus retrograde, if you are having to let go of something, like I said, it doesn't have to be permanent. Maybe it is for you, but just know that if it's meant for you, it will be in your life. It's really about learning those karmic lessons and taking that time to really process and heal what needs to be healed around the relationship dynamic, right? So with that being said, let's kind of dive in here. In the pre-shuffle, I did see the Empress card, which is all about growth, right? This Taurus energy, Taurus Libra, could be of significance to you. But the Empress card showed itself, and really what I see of it as like growth, development, self-development. I also did see the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. So I'm sensing that if there is some sort of dynamic happening right now, there could be a choice around a relationship. But like I said, it all comes back to self-love, self-abundance, self-awareness. In order to show up in relationships, we need to be able to show up for ourselves, right? Releasing codependency and having reliance. And of course, we want to show up for other people in these dynamics, whether they're friendships, lovers, intimacy, or just coworkers. In order to really be our true self, our authentic self, we need to have a sense of self, right? And our boundaries, our limitations, what we are triggered by, and understanding those triggers, right? So with the Lovers card showing up, it really is coming to an idea of what love is to you, right? Maybe that's a central theme for you, since Venus retrograde is highlighting your relationships, your marriage, your contracts, and you're really going deep within to figure out how you want to be loved, how you want to love others, right? And we learn this through our karmic lessons. So let's dive right in here. We have holiday showing up. So I'm sensing there's going to be an event for you around the holiday season. And I know there's many different holidays for each person, you know, whatever you celebrate. But in this depiction, it looks more like winter. So I get Christmas off this card when I think of holiday for this card specifically. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's just something around that time period will be showing up for you. And when I see any sort of timeline card in this deck, I look at it as like a kind of a breakthrough moment, like a tower moment. It doesn't have to be bad. It's just a moment of revelation, or a kind of a general time frame that's going to really make everything aware that we discuss in this reading truly clear to you. Kind of a breakthrough through that energy, a better understanding, self-awareness around the holidays, okay? I'm going to clarify this for you as well. So this is for Sagittarius for June 2020. What is it about this holiday card? What is it that they need to kind of understand about it? Okay, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe some more communication coming in at that time. The lines being open with this Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. We have this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be coming out of singlehood. This is self-sufficiency, practical earthly energy, being self-reliant, self-sufficient, independent queen, right? This is definitely more singular energy. So maybe around the holidays, it's coming out of singlehood, maybe entering into a relationship. Let's get one more card here. What does this Nine of Pentacles in reverse mean for Sagittarius around the holidays? Okay, 10, completion. So I sense that around the holidays, Page of Cups on the bottom, could be a new offer coming in around that time. 10 of Swords, this is mental, like thoughts, anxiety, burdens, sword energy, mental energy. So 10, this is like coming to a completion. So around that time, maybe it's like you finally have let go, right, with this letting go card, of these mental thoughts, anxieties around this relationship dynamic potentially, and stepping back into a relationship potentially with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, or fully letting go of these anxieties, these worries around being single. But yeah, I'm sensing more like coming out of being kind of in a hermit mode, just being independent. Maybe you're finding some grounding around this time with another. And then with the Purity card here, we're going to see how this kind of connects with your reading. But when I see the Purity card, it's like I said, it's releasing a lot of this mental, negative, low frequency energy, coming to completion around a certain thought pattern, certain way you think about someone or something in your life, and just kind of purging that energy. Having mental clarity, right? Knowing that these thoughts no longer serve you, and having some awareness around that and releasing it with this Purity card here. Maybe your ideas of being single have been burdensome for you, Sag, and you know, you're coming to a closure around that. And having more of a sense of security around being single. Or potentially on the holidays, finally entering into a relationship again. Like releasing all of this past baggage is what I get with the Ten of Swords, all these swords from your back, and truly stepping into a relationship wholeheartedly. we'll get to see a little bit more once we dive into this reading. Let's kind of get into it for you, Sag, and see how these cards connect with your reading. All right. This is for Sagittarius for June 2020. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Calling out into the ether for soul guidance for my viewers. Let's connect to the highest potential for you in the immediacy of now. Calling on our guides to be here with us today. All high vibrational beings to provide insight on your soul's journey, tapping into your intuition. This is for Sag. There's the Lover's card again. It came up in the pre-shuffle. It was kind of in reverse, so we'll just say that there definitely is some sense of separation, I'll say, with that popping out there. We'll leave that on the table for you. All right, this is for Sagittarius, June 2020. Let's connect in. Let's tap into what your soul, your spirit team is guiding you through at this time. With the Lovers, like I said, you could be dealing with a Gemini, but like I said earlier, it's just coming to some choice around a relationship. And I'm sensing that there is some sort of separation with it being in reverse, or just some stagnancy, some things that need to be let go of with the letting go card in a relationship. It could just be a potential, like a separation for the moment. And like I said, it could be coming back together around the holiday season. Because with that Nine of Pentacles there in reverse, it's definitely like coming back into union. We'll clarify. So Five of Water at the bottom of the deck. Five of Cups, this is definitely loss, grieving a loss, coming to terms with the spilt cups. We're going to read a little bit about that. This is the underlying energy of this reading. So there's definitely some loss here, Sag. Some separation at this time. Shipwrecked and devastated. Miranda focuses on the goblets floating away from her. The wealth and life that she lost in the storm, rather than seeing or reaching for the beauty of her new land. Loss and regret have hit hard, and right now they are all you see. An ever-present reminder of what is no longer here for you. Be gentle with yourself, Sag. There is still happiness and joy within your life, and yet to come into the world. Hope, too. You may not see them right away, may not feel their presence yet, but they too are with you. So when I think of yet, I'm thinking around the holidays is when you're really going to let go and fully purify this loss and process it, you know? It takes time. And I know the holidays might seem like a long ways away, but in between June and that holiday season, I think there's going to be a lot of growth. There's a lot of letting go, purging, right? Releasing, coming to some understanding of this loss, learning how to not focus on the negative, right? And focus on the positive that's coming out of this, coming out of conflict, inner conflict, right? Balancing your chakras here. We got the chakra healer card in reverse. So there's definitely some sense of alignment, you know, with this purity card. Cleansing is what I'm getting. Purifying your thoughts. Letting go of this Ten of Swords energy. So you can be in a healthy relationship. It might not be with the past, you know. With the Five of Cups, this is definitely past energy. It could be with someone completely new. But, you know, you will know that story for yourself. It's just more about what you need to do to get in alignment, right? So you can be in a loving relationship. Because there is this sense of kind of being out of alignment to even be in a relationship dynamic at this time. So in the description box below, I will provide you a channel that I really like to listen to for myself to align my chakras. Because with this card, it's not just about one chakra. I think it's about just really meditating and focusing on healing for you, Sag. Because yes, there's a lot of mental energy. Right below the Ten of Swords here, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is really being in a place of feeling trapped, right? Restless nights, insomnia, very visual dreams, like with that 12th house energy that's really surrounding you at this time, Sag. A lot of mental stuff comes up with that because you're going deep within the subconscious mind to places that maybe you have repressed, and things are coming up for healing so you can come back into alignment with a lover, past or new, right? It really depends on where you're at in your relationship dynamic. But there is this deep need to purge and let go and release this anxiety. And a lot of the time with anxiety, what it is that we're living in the past, right? We're not focusing in the present moment, and we kind of get stuck in the past. And we're all human, right? We all experience this. No one is perfect. It's really just about acknowledging, really is the key, right? And that's with any sort of addictions, codependency, any sort of negative frequency that we have in our life. It's all just energy, right? So we have to learn how to acknowledge what is there, because the last thing you want to do is bring that into a new relationship. And I think you're in that period of acknowledging, okay, I have some of this anxiety, these burdens, restless nights. Why am I being triggered? What is triggering me at this time? And we're going to actually clarify that. What is this Nine of Swords and Ten of Swords about? What needs to be healed for Sag? What do they need to be aware of? Death. Yeah, letting things go. Speaking your truth. Okay, what else for this Nine of Swords energy and Ten of Swords, please? What needs to be let go of for Sagittarius to enter into loving relationships? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So definitely a shakeup around family life. Some sort of dream, aspirations that you had in the 3D physical world, you know, have not really come into fruition. Ace of Cups, I mean, in reverse. So some love offer that's kind of been rejected. I think it's on pause at this moment when I see the Lovers here, because there's this loss. And with the Eight of Cups here, it's all about walking away, you know, to the Nine of Cups. It's about self-happiness, awareness, coming to senses about what you need to do on this journey of the Eight of Cups journey. And the Eight of Cups journey is moving into this letting go. So it's like, I am choosing to walk away from what no longer serves me, and I'm going to let go of these burdens and purify, cleanse myself. Work on self-healing is huge for you in this reading. The Nine of Air, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords here is being clarified with the Death card. So allowing for this death to happen. Transformation, trusting that what's for you will always be for you. So if you're having to let go of a relationship, just know that if it's meant for you, it will come back. And it might take a period of time. Like the Holiday card is popping up for me significantly. It might take until then to really understand. And at that point, you might not even want to go back to that relationship. You know what I mean? You might come to senses that, you know, through this singlehood and self-sufficiency and independence that, you know, maybe that you realize that this relationship wasn't necessarily good for you. Or maybe at that time you realize, okay, I've healed, I've done this work, I've gotten rid of this mental anguish and anxiety, and now that I've taken that leap of faith in the Eight of Cups journey and let this go, trusting in the unknown, trusting in this process, and speaking my truth with the King of Swords here. Really speaking your truth and not doing so in a harsh way, right? Being empathetic to whoever you're in a relationship dynamic with, understanding that they're on their own unique journey too, and they're healing as well. You could be dealing with another air sign. I'm seeing tons of sword energy, or you might just have air in your chart. This King of Swords could be someone around you that's not willing to talk or communicate at this time, and understanding that that's their journey. You can't control or manipulate. You know, you really are being urged here to let go. Trust in the unknown, because if you stay stuck in this energy, you're just going to stay stuck in this Nine of Swords energy, and you're not going to be able to move into this new cycle. The Four of Air here also is coming up for you, and this is all about rest, rejuvenation, meditation, coming out of heartbreak, coming out of this Five of Cups energy that was at the bottom of the deck here. Stop crying over spilt milk, you know. And I know that sounds harsh, but there comes a point in the process, and you'll know when that is, when you're like, okay, I can't keep staying stuck. I can't keep staying stuck. And maybe I have to just like be by myself for now, focus on myself, because there's too much anxiety here. We're not getting anywhere, right? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Things are not moving forward in this family dynamic. What is this 8 of Cups about for Sagittarius? What are they having to let go of? Wow, wow, okay. That is beautiful. So there is a silver lining in this, okay? And that's usually how spirit works, is when you let go and you truly trust. And it's a process, just know that. But when you do, when you take that 8 of Cups journey to rid yourself of the burdens and the anxiety and the push and pull, right? The tug of war in a relationship dynamic. And you let go of that and you trust and you say, hey, I give it to you, Spirit. I trust. I know what's meant for me will be for me. I trust in you, and I'm going to do this work on myself. I'm going to balance myself out again because I am out of whack, right? I want this love. I want this love in my life. I want to be loved and be lovable, and I need to find a place, a middle ground where, you know, I can really figure out what that means. Have some revelations. But look at, when you take that 8 of Cups journey into the unknown, right? Stepping out into the unknown, you have 2 aces here, Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. How beautiful is that? You are rewarded for your strength, your resilience, your trust, for taking that spiritual journey, right? And letting go of what no longer serves you. It takes a lot of self-awareness, right? Some people stay stuck in relationships just for their ego, for the comforts of it. And right now, a lot of people are realizing that. The Venus retrograde's shaking up relationships. And a lot of people are starting to realize, like, why are they in these relationships? You know, am I truly in love? Am I happy? You know, all these questions start to come up. You start thinking about past wounds, like that you need to be healed in order to truly stay in balance in your relationships, right? But you have these two beautiful aces. Once you take on this 8 of Cups energy and you release, and you trust. I'm going to read this 8 of Cups for you. Because with this new deck I just got, each card is a different artist. And with the booklet, it actually depicts the artistry. And really connects the message for you with the art. So you can get a better understanding of the symbols that are shown here. Shipwrecked and trapped. She has reached her lowest ebb. Her only option, right? The lowest ebb is this 9 and 10 of Swords. That's like the end of that cycle, right? Her only option is to kick up and escape her current plight. It's time to move on to bigger and better things, to reach up and grab the destiny you want. And leave your current situation up and away. This isn't working for you anymore. It isn't supporting you, and it's turning more toxic the longer you stay. So cut the cord. Set yourself free. Far better to take the risk now while fondly remembering the past than stagnate and resent staying put in the long run, right? Just like I was saying. A lot of people stay in relationships for the wrong reasons. Yes, you'll miss the old ways for a while, but not forever. You know that this is the right decision for you in your heart. And like I said, when 8 of Cups comes up in readings that I do, yes, it does signify having to walk away from something, right? Letting go of something, this mental anguish, maybe this relationship for the time being, but just know that there's this beautiful new beginning, and it could potentially be with that same lover. You know, only you know your story, but within that growth and development that happens for you, Sag, you'll know, right? You'll know. If your intuition keeps guiding you back to this lover, there's something that you still need to learn, right? But just be gentle on yourself and trust in the process. Don't be too impulsive. Allow for the space. Create some space, right? And truly step into that 8 of Cups, right? Some people dance back and forth, right, between the 7th and 8 of Cups, because 7 of Cups is all about confusion, many options. Which way do I go? And you might kind of linger in that for a bit. A lot of people do. But then once they finally let go and make that 8 of Cups choice, look at that. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups for you. So in the description box below, I will provide for you the channel for chakra healing, okay? And I also will be providing a cord cutting meditation, because if you really are feeling stuck and trapped in this 9 of air and 10 of air energy, and you're really trying to move into this new beginning, letting go of this, you need to cut some cords. Release some of that negative energy that's kind of sticking onto you. So I hope that will help you in this process. And if you want to go a bit deeper with me, please reach out to me in the description box below. You can find my email, my website for services, and like, share, and subscribe. You know, the more support, the merrier. And I'm sending you all the love, and happy June. Bye-bye.